Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mufidatul Naima and I am a student of English Education Department. Today, I want to share a complete summary of our course, Methodology of Islamic Studies. In this video, I will explain what we have learned from the first meeting until the last meeting. Step by step, let's begin the journey. First, we start our class by talking about the introduction to the methodology of Islamic studies. In this video topic, we learned that methodology simply means the way or the method to study. Something we discovered that studying religion in a university is different from a mosque. Here, we learn to look at the Islamic objectively, logically, and using scientific ways. Now that we know how to study Islam scientifically, we look back at the history. We learned about the history of the growth and development of Islamic studies in the world. It was interesting to see how Islamic knowledge grew in the past, moved to Western countries, and finally development into the Islamic university system we have in Indonesia today. This history brought us to a simple question: why do humans need religion? To answer this, we learned about religion in human life. We discussed how religion helps people socially and mentally. Religion acts as a good guide for human behavior and gives answer to deep questions about. After understanding why people need religion, we look closer at the characteristic and dimension of Islamic teaching. We learned that Islam is a complete religion that covers many areas. It includes akidah or belief, sharia or law, and akhlaq or good character. The main point is that Islam balances our daily life in this world with our spiritual life. Because Islam is connected to human life, it naturally mixes with society. This is why we studied Islam as a cultural phenomenon. We learned how to see the difference between pure religious texts and human tradition. When Islam enters a new place, it blends beautifully with local culture, creating unique traditions that are diverse but still follow the main Islamic values. After studying this basic concept, we continue to the next part of our course. And next we focus on the real methods in Islamic studies. We learned about the different ways or classes used by experts to see religions. For example, the history method helps us understand past events, while the social methods help us see how religious people live together in peace every day. This brought us to a very important topic: the difference between research on religion and research on religious behavior. We learned that researching religions means studying the holy texts and the laws. On the other hand, researching religious behavior means observing how real people practice their religion in everyday life. Next, we move to a more specific topic, which is the research model for tafsir, or how people explain the Quran. We learned that experts use different ways to explain the verses. Some explain the verses one by one from the beginning, while others use the thematic method, which means collect reciting all verses about one specific topic. Right after studying the Quran, we naturally shift our focus to the second source of Islam, which is the research model for Hadith. We learned that Hadith research is very strict because we must make sure the words really come from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We studied how experts check the chain of people who told the story and the text itself to ensure it is 100% true. Since the Prophet is no longer here, but no problems keep coming, our next topic was ijtihad as both a source and method. We discussed how Islamic scholars use deep thinking to find answers to modern problems. As students, this topic is very interesting because it proves that Islamic law can adapt to new social and legal challenges. This ability to adapt becomes our next big topics, where we discuss Islamic is the era of globalization and modern Islamic dynamic. We talk about complex modern topics like digital, technology, human rights, gender, and democracy. We analyze how Muslims around the world try to keep their religious values while accepting modern progress. To finish our semester, we look at how all this topic look on a world map through Islamic area studies. We realize that local culture and politics shape how people practice religion. Studying Islam in the Middle East is different from studying Islam here in Southeast Asia or in Western countries because local history always plays a big role. Okay, for closing, in conclusion, looking back at the all topics, this course has been a great journey. It has changed us from passive believers into critical and academic thinkers. As a student, the methods we learned here will help us analyze the social and legal problems objectively. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I hope this summary is useful for everyone. Thank you and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.